The head of Volkswagen's Workers' Council says the car giant intends to close at least 3 factories in Germany, leading to the loss of tens of thousands of jobs. Volkswagen has never closed a plant in Germany before. The announcement comes after VW reported a 14% drop in net profits in the first half of the year and ended a decades-old agreement with unions on job security. Now, the company has been in talks with unions over cost-saving plans, blaming weak sales for falling profits. Now, that's despite paying 4.5 billion euros to shareholders last year. And for more on this, Kate Ferguson from DW's Business Desk is here with me right now. Kate, this is huge. It's huge for Volkswagen, but also for the German economy.
It really is. And I should say at the beginning that Volkswagen has not yet confirmed these reports, but it hasn't denied them either, which I think is very telling. It's really hard to overstate how much this matters. Volkswagen is a global icon. It's really synonymous with this made in Germany brand. And what the company is now saying is we can no longer make in Germany, at least not in the way that we're used to doing so. And I think what we can really learn from this is, in terms of the immediate impact, we're talking about tens of thousands of job losses at 3 out of 10 of the company's German factories. But more broadly, this is a really big blow to an industry that is very much at the heart of the German economy.
And so it begs the question, Kate, how did we get here?
I think it's a perfect cocktail of problems, to be honest. So obviously the diesel emissions scandal in 2015 did a lot of damage to the VW brand, but that is not the reason that we're here today. Fundamentally, the company just failed to stay competitive. It was really slow to embrace electric mobility, like a lot of other German car makers as well. And alongside this sluggishness, we saw China's rapid rise. So China has been a really important export market for German car makers. And for a long time, they did very well there. But what's happened in recent years is that Chinese companies have been making their own very high quality cars at much lower costs. And German car makers, especially Volkswagen, have really struggled because of that. Now, on the other hand, you have Chinese brands that are now entering the European market as well. And that has just been too much for Volkswagen to deal with. And they're just not able to stay competitive right now.
Could anything prevent or turn this situation around at this stage?
Well, German unions are very strong and they have vowed to fight this with strikes if necessary. But when you think of the problems that Volkswagen is facing, you can't divorce them from what's happening more broadly in the German economy. Things are not good right now. Growth is very sluggish. Germany is far less competitive internationally than it used to be. It's not considered very innovative, to be honest, anymore. And these are all problems that the government has promised to address. But it's going to be an uphill battle. And it's one that Volkswagen is saying, well, we don't really want to stick around for this.
I think going into the wider economy, as you've just done for us here, we've heard from industry. They're looking increasingly towards political decision makers to rescue the grim situation that you're describing. What is it that German companies, the likes of Volkswagen, what do they want the government to do here in Germany?
Yeah, well, that's a really important point because, of course, Volkswagen isn't alone in its problems at the moment. And German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has actually called a summit this week for the heads of big German companies, and he's promised to listen to them. What they want is a few very simple things. They want more investment. They want less red tape. They want to make it easier for foreign workers to come and work for them. And that these are all things that the German government has said it wants to address, but the results are very, very slow in coming. And another thing that they want is political stability. And if we look at this summit that Scholz has called for this week, he didn't invite his economy minister, Robert Habeck, and he didn't invite his finance minister, Christian Lindner, both from different political parties. And the result of that was that Lindner, the finance minister, called his own summit for heads of companies. Now, this, to me, does not look like consensus-based politics. And I think this is a really big problem in the German economy right now.
Well, to you and many people, I'm sure, watching our programme. But Kate, we'll leave it there for the moment, as ever. Thank you. That is Kate Ferguson from DW Business with her insight. Thanks, Kate.